The other tape brought to you by Long John Silver's. Dan Spohn is a veteran of the sport, 38 years of age. Ty Flores still yet to see 30. Dan Spohn is 6'4". He's 2 inches taller than Flores. You can see there, Ty Flores weighed in 5 pounds over the light heavyweight limit. He missed weight, and he missed it by a significant margin. Spohn still took this fight because he wants an opportunity to earn points in a playoff spot. Reach advantage on the arms and legs, favoring the Dragon. Andy Shepard, get him started.
The following fight takes place in the light heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is a striking specialist and stands 6 feet 4 inches tall. He weighed in officially at 206 pounds. He holds a professional record of 19 victories, 8 losses, and a single draw. Fighting out of Columbus, Ohio, Dragon Dan Spohn!
Let's go, baby. Let's go, Spohn. Let's go, Spohn. Wake up, right here. Let's go, baby. You first.
And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He is an MMA specialist and stands 6 feet 2 inches tall. He weighed in officially at 211 1/4 pounds. His professional record is 12 wins and 4 defeats. Fighting out of St. Louis, Missouri, Big Medicine, Ty Flores! Your referee in charge, Keith Peterson.
There's Keith Peterson with the ref cam. Ty Flores in the gold trunks. Dan Spohn in the gray.
Sir, you ready? Sir, you ready? Fight!
Typical southpaw stance for Dan Spohn. Inside leg kick, compromising the balance there of Flores. There's another.
You know, we've seen the outside calf kick, and this is a kick to the inside of the leg, just on the other side of the calf. That's starting to come into fashion here a little bit. It's absolutely brutal, and Flores returns with one.
Spohn searches with a hook there, missed with the straight left after.
There you go, Spohn.
Knocks the mouthpiece out of Ty Flores. Randy, the missed weight, what does it actually mean in a fight like this?
Well, I mean, it certainly raises some questions. He's had a full camp, so how does he let that happen, honestly? Is there something else going on? Has he been ill? Has he been injured? Something that's kept him out since his last fight that caused him to be 5 pounds overweight?
Flores now in on a takedown attempt. He does have the hands locked against the cage. Up and down, puts Dan Spohn on his back. Spohn not paying attention to Kenny's keys to victory.
Yeah, I mean, this is what Ty Flores does. He does a good job of getting you worried about his strikes, changes his level, gets in on that double up against the cage, and has good head position here as well.
Thanks, Spohn. Protect yourself here. Let's go. Posture. Push it away. Hey, we're getting away from your legs, Spohn. Let me down now right here.
Spohn will need a finish to keep his playoff hopes alive. Ty Flores can only guarantee himself a spot in the playoffs with a first or second round finish.
Spohn trying to get a chance to wall walk there and get his back on that cage, find some elevation and get back to his feet. He's got to unlock his guard, unclose that guard, get his feet into this fight, create some space, try to create a scramble and get back up.
Yeah, Flores doing a good job of pulling the hips of Dan Spohn away from the cage there, has good head position as well, which really prevents Dan Spohn from sitting up.
Spohn was trying to crank that left shoulder of Ty Flores there for a minute. He had his own hands locked. As we look through ref cam.
We can score the bottom too, Spohn. Sneak some punches in. Let's go. Hey, keep improving your position, Ty. He's got nothing.
Josh Silveira. We'll see him later tonight on ESPN. The simulcast right here on ESPN+. Currently one of 2 light heavyweights with 6 points in the playoff standings.
Get out of there. Let's go, buddy. You gotta win this round. You gotta steal this round, Spohn.
Flores now going to work with some ground and pound here.
He's doing a good job of posturing, keeping his head over the hips and chest of Dan Spohn, landing good shots. He's staying busy. He's taking away a lot of the offense of Dan Spohn while he's doing it. Now trying to move into half guard. And this is a terrible place to be. You got your head and neck pressed up against the cage.
Hey, he's got no answer. Just pass him out. Let's see what happens. Come on, Spohn.
The corner, Flores calling for him to pass the mount. Spohn trying to lock down that left leg of Ty Flores to prevent him from advancing.
Spohn needs that right underhook and circle towards that right underhook. He might be able to get some elevation, get up on his left elbow, create a little elevation, and try and find a way up.
But Dan Spohn has that lockdown, which is preventing Ty Flores from slipping through that half guard.
Now Spohn has his right arm underneath, but he needs to underhook it. Instead, he gets it trapped under Flores' body. And now Flores locks his hands again.
Now this is where Dan Spohn needs to get his back up against the cage and start cage walking up to his feet here.
He's got a little elevation.
Yep.
Unhook his feet, pull that inside leg out, get to his corner position, get to his hands and knees, and hopefully get a chance to stand up.
Final 10 seconds of round number 1. Ty Flores settling into work here in the half guard of Dan Spohn. Our second frame when we return on ESPN+. Spohn there. Will come out in the southpaw stance.
Sir, you ready? Sir, you ready? Fight.
Flores was able to get Spohn to the ground and work from the top in round number 1, but Flores does need a finish here in the second frame to guarantee himself a playoff spot. Diving in again here, pursuing this takedown.
Flores trying to lock his hands, doesn't matter, gets the takedown anyway. Dan Spohn in on a Kimura, really can't do anything from that position though.
See if he can use it to sweep, or if he'll just let it go.
It'll be very difficult to do anything there with the cage in the way.
Stack your head over his head. Your shoulder over his shoulder. There you go. You're almost down. Ready?
Dan Spohn trying to pull that arm out and away from the body of Ty Flores. Flores able to get his arm back. Now gets good head position. Trying to get that right arm going for some hooks.
Spohn trying to peek out here. Flores going to work with the right hand. Spohn did take this fight on relatively short notice, so gas take might be a question here.
Give him a reason to grab your hook and scoop. Where's that arm triangle? Work for it. Work for that arm triangle. Let's go. Spohn, you gotta want it, buddy. Open the door.
Ty Flores is just relentless. I mean, really a pest here from this top position. Has excellent head position. Not really allowing Dan Spohn to get a lot of space at all. Just unable to pass this half guard as of right now. Dan Spohn trying to control the end of that lever of that left leg of Flores. Flores has an opportunity to climb through that half guard right now. There he goes.
Spohn regrips the leg, see if he can get this right arm under for the underhook, and he gets it underneath the body, reaching for the far leg.
Flores has got it trapped. He's trying for the Darce choke now.
Martin Hamlet watching from backstage. He's currently atop the light heavyweight standings. We'll see him later tonight.
Push him away. Hey, keep Ty head low. Keep Ty head low.
Arm triangle attempt here, no. Spohn gets his arm back.
Ty Flores with another good opportunity here to slip that left leg out of that half guard and potentially into side control or mount.
Smothering pressure here from Ty Flores on top.
Come on, Spot, you gotta try something. Take a chance. Gotta take a chance, Spot. Prioritize clearing that leg, Ty. Prioritize clearing that leg.
Flores almost slipped in the mount now with that front headlock. Dan Spohn getting to his knees here. See if he can get back to his feet.
Flores looking for an anaconda possibly on this near side. Changes it up. Cow catcher now.
Knee to the body there. Another one.
Spahn's got to protect his neck here if he decides to try and stand up.
And that's what Flores is doing. He's trying to get him to move a little bit so he can get underneath the chin. He's got underneath the chin. He's not able to get that high elbow guillotine just yet, though.
Back down to the legs. Flores relentless with the wrestling pressure here. Spohn again trying to grab this Kimura grip. Sorry. You saw the apologetic gesture there from Dan Spohn. He was about to throw that downward elbow. Elbow's not legal here in the PFL.
Yeah, Dan just hasn't been able to counter those wrestling attempts by Flores up against the cage. It seems like he's trying to go for things like guillotines and Kimuras, and that's allowing for the connection of Flores to get that much stronger and secure those takedowns.
Keep fighting, Spot. Just keep fighting. Push his head away hard. Hit it. Pause your time. Hit it. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Go. Jackhammers. Elbows up. Elbows up. Fist down. Let's go.
Hammer fist there from Flores. Spent the entire round on top here. Final 10 seconds. Martin Hamlet looking on. When these final seconds tick off, both Martin Hamlet and Josh Silveira will have clinched a playoff spot. You saw the smile there. I guess he's probably aware of it. I don't know that knowledge is even a good thing on Fight Night, Randy.
Yeah, it's hard to say if that's going to affect his ability to go out and perform and do exactly what he needs to do tonight.
Oh, Spohn here with a flurry. Oh, big flurry. Sidestep the pressure there from Flores.
Flores trying to find his way back into that double leg. Spohn not having it.
Spohn giving himself an opportunity here. Flores catches the knee, spinning back fist. Spohn continues to pour on the strikes.
Man, Dan Spohn found new life here in round 3. Really bringing the pressure here to Ty Flores.
He's got Flores in a little bit of trouble. Got to be careful not to punch himself out. Stay out of these clinches. That's what Ty
Circle
Flores
off the
wants.
fence. Got to circle off that fence.
Spohn now trying to grab the neck of Ty Flores. Flores, though, this is exactly where he wants to be. Heavy pressure, trying to lock his hands.
I imagine Impa Kasanganay, a big Dan Spohn fan right now. Man, Flores trying to get that takedown, and finally that Kimura actually worked in as a counter here.
Well, it worked because he did not let Ty Flores clasp his hands behind his hips.
And pull those hips out and drop it.
And this is where Dan should really kind of separate if he can. Just make Flores work and chase him a little bit more.
Spohn does have
big uppercut.
Beautiful work here in the clinch by Spohn, but he is the longer, taller fighter. And Flores remains relentless, pursuing this takedown. Mark Coleman watching in the corner. Up and down, and Spohn on his back again.
Yeah, you like to see him pursue that finish there from the clinch, but I think he should have created a little bit more space, getting to the center of the cage, because this is where Flores does his best work, man.
Butterflies. Now Ty Flores settling into the guard.
Keep working.
Dan trying to turn and get back to his feet there, posting on his elbow so far, but Flores trying to take that posting arm away from him.
Now he's going to get to quarter position, get to his knees, and hopefully use that fence. There's a whizzer. Should be able to use that whizzer as leverage to pull himself up that fence and get back to his feet. Flores changing directions, pulling his hips out from under him.
Yeah, Dan needs to stay heavy on that overhook. Now he lets it go.
Spohn trying to get that right shoulder tucked in so he can turn and face when he stands up. He's got to get to his feet.
Yeah, exactly. He's got to get that right underhook if he can turn and face. He has an opportunity. He's just waiting a little bit too much, I think, Randy.
Allowing Ty Flores to stack his weight back on top of him and take Spohn's hips out of play.
There's the underhook. Jinx, you owe me a root beer.
And then loses it there.
90 seconds for Dan Spohn to see if he can work his way back to his feet. Showed flashes at the beginning of this round. I said that gas tank might be an issue on someone who took the fight on relatively short notice. He might not have the energy for another burst.
Yeah, Flores seems like he's in great control here. Now trying to move to the back. Dan Spohn's got to be careful. He's got to take away that space up against the cage so Flores can't get that second hook. This is where Dan needs to turn, get that left underhook, see if he can turn and face here. Oh, Flores now has that cross wrist there, that gift wrap, I should say.
Now hooks in. Trying to work for this rear naked choke, face crank.
Flores anchored in, got both hooks in.
Pete Peterson looking closely at the action. Spohn hanging on here.
Flores with excellent control, now trying to crank the chin.
Oh, there's a rear naked. Changes it to the short choke.
Got a bad angle for the rear naked, but
Final 10 seconds.
Dan's actually turning the wrong way here.
He'll survive and hear the final bell. This one will go to the judges' scorecards.
After 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. They scored this contest 29-28, 29-28, and 30-27. All for your winner via unanimous decision, Ty Flores!